Hello everybody, again this is Paul Turner, the Stock Doc. In this segment we're going to be demonstrating our product called Color Restorer and our top coats. We have two different types of top coats. We have a high gloss and we have a hand rubbed standard finish, which can be anywhere from a flat to a semi-gloss. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a ratty old gun. Now this is a pretty ratty old finish on this one here. Now this one here we've got a little more work to do, which we do in our shop, but I'm using this for demonstration purposes on just for the do-it-yourselfer at this point. Now this finish is very, very bad, as you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to sand that finish just a little bit with a 60 grit sandpaper. What this is going to do is this is going to cut down the high marks of where the varnish has separated. And we're just going to wipe that down a little bit. Now we're going to take our Color Restore. Now Color Restore will bring back the color of about 90% of all guns. There are some guns out there that are made, instead of being stained, they won't accept the stain because the wood is too hard, so they actually put what's called a tinted finish on it. It's a tinted lacquer or a tinted polyurethane that doesn't go into the wood. This will not work on those guns because no stains will work on them at all. We're in the process of developing a product for that, but right now we don't have one. So you're going to just take your Color Restorer, and you'll be amazed at what this does. Just spray that onto the gun. This brings back the original color of any gun that's been stained. Take a 400 grit sandpaper. Sand that into the wood. Wipe it off. And there you have the original color back onto the wood. So you can see the difference. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is, for the finish coating on this, you're going to want to take your hand rub finish. Now this is the standard finish. Shake up the bottle. Now you're going to want to take a t-shirt type material. Now I find this at Home Depot. They have a very, very good wiping cloth. It's just the right type of material. And you dip that into there, dab it off onto a piece of cardboard or paper, and then just rub. Now this dries very, very fast. Now that's filling the pores right now with the cloth material. Now we're going to want to let that dry for about 15 minutes before we apply the next coat. Okay, now we're going to move up to the stock, or up to the forearm, I'm sorry. Stay away from the checkering. Just lightly sand it with a 400 grit. That brings the color back. Still roll it off. Again, you're going to want to take a piece of terry cloth, dab it, and then you're going to just want to rub it on, staying away from the checkering. You don't want to fill in the checkering. Okay, now we're going to move back down to the forearm, or down to the stock. Can't figure out which part of the gun we're using here today. Now you're going to want to take a cheesecloth for your finish coat. Now this you can also find at Home Depot. Now the cheesecloth is going to give you a much finer finish. So you're just going to want to rub it on. And we're just going to put a couple more coats on with the cheesecloth. As I said, this dries very fast. Then we're going to let that set for about 15 minutes, and then we'll finish it off. Okay, so we've let that dry for about 15 minutes, and now we're just going to buff it out. It's in a circular motion, real lightly. If you put a circular motion on it, you won't get any scratches from the 400 steel wool. You can go up and straight up and down on the forearm, and a circular. Now, you'll see that the checkering is just a little bit worn and faded, so we're just going to want to take a little bit of the color restorer, spray that on there, and just rub that down with the steel wool. And there you have it, compared to the other side.